our sketch that I had for Crafty Sunday, and I put it off for today because I was working on something else. And so first let me change the date on here because today is the 10th. But this is what my video is going to be on. I'm still working in the springtime craft bundle from Crafter's Companion, and I'm doing the 3x3 card basis. Okay, first thing I have to say that I made a correction on this because when I tried to do the 3x3, it just did not look right. It looked too tight, and so I changed the basis to 4x4. So instead of 3x3, we have 4x4. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to mat and layer both card bases so I can kind of get that part out the way. I used papers from the kit. So I'm using both the green is for the base for this one with the flower design. And then on this one, I'm using the stripe design and the green on as the top layer. So that's the first thing I want to do, since neither one of these layers will be popped up or elevated or anything like that. I just want to get this part out the way. The video is probably going to be really a quick video because it's really just matting and layering and combining. The only thing that may seem to take a little long would be placing of this design here. That might take a little bit of extra time. Something like this size card, these 4x4s, is something good to use as like a piece you can put inside of another card or into a gift as a thank you, so that you're not doing a full size. So if you have a quick gift that you're giving and you're really not trying to do a full card, my card base is, my mat layer is too big. What is this? I need to cut this down to 3.5, I bet. Nope, it is 3.5. So that means I need to cut it down 3.25. Whoa. 3.25. So I must have cut my mat layer down to my original mat. I must have cut it down to 3.5 and not 3 3/4. Let's see. That's exactly what I did, but that's okay. I just cut this inner mat layer down right quick to fit inside of here. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, that works. Okay, the biggest thing is you always got to be able to pivot, because when you're making cards for people, they're from your heart and you're not trying to do nothing more than that. Okay, so we're going to do this very first one. Really is a lot of just matting and layering to get our design, and that's really it. I'm going to, I've already stamped the sentiment on my card base. This card base is a little crooked, and I bet you I can't pull it all the way up. Can I? Yes, 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 yes. Come on, without breaking. Yes. Okay. Sometimes you just got to pull it up. It's look like I made this. Okay, that's better. That's much better. Okay. So that's better-ish. So what I'm going to do is I took the paper underneath and I made a flag out of it. You know, it's easy to make a flag when you're using this. All you do is cut right up the center and then cut from one side to one side, and that helps you make a flag. And it's usually when you do that, it's even on all sides because you're meeting in the middle. Okay. And so I'm popping this up just to give this card a little dimension because it doesn't have any. It looks like this card is really flat. And so we're giving it some dimension with our flag. Okay, so I got some pop dots on it. And I'm really going through this little booklet to do all of these because, you know, we often buy these kits and we don't use them up. And so that's the reason why I'm doing this. I was thinking about starting a super sketch of the month. Okay, so I'm going to mat this right there. I'm thinking about doing what I'm calling a super sketch of the month, where I go and search out different sketches and do 10 cards from that one sketch, so that you can kind of see what it's like to do a design with one sketch. And I'm thinking about it, and I'm thinking about calling it the super sketch of the month, because normally we pick out a sketch and we do one card from it. And so this way, if I do 10 cards, I can kind of show that you can do more than one card with it. Okay, so we're going to put this way. And we're going to take our little to B, because the B is actually hanging off of our card base. And so I cut the B out, and then I stamped it with the stamps from the kit. And so we're going to put this right here like that. And that is really the card. But I decided to put some of the gems on there, just to give it something else in that corner, because it looks rather lacking over there. And so I decided to put some of these. Let's move that up just a little bit. Right there. And there, that is that card. That's this one. Let's bring it down so you can actually see it. So that's that card. Okay, next we have this card base. I've already put the card base together, and we're making this design. So when I was putting this together, I had to figure out how they were doing it. And so the way they're doing it is they're starting, in my opinion, like this, and then filling in the middles. That's what it seemed like to me. Like that. So they're button these up against one another like that. And so once you butt them up against each other like that, then you're just going in and you're putting these in between. So then that gives you a total symmetrical way of doing this. Just like that. So you're technically making a flower with the heart cutouts. Just like that. And so that's what we're going to do. And so now all I have to do is kind of tape them down. So that's what we're going to do. But I just really wanted to show you that part, because that is what it looked like, the way that they were doing it to me. So I'm putting one this way. And you can use any kind of tape or glue that you like. It doesn't really matter. It's whatever adhesive that you think that will work best for you when you're doing this. And so I'm kind of just buttoning these all up. And then I will put the other flowers in the spaces in between. Because when I first seen this, I looked for a flower, and I'm like, there's no flower in this in this set. And then that's when I realized they were hearts. And so I just cut out the 8 little hearts, and then I sat and put them together to try to make this work. And this is what I came up with. And this is really a clever idea to take pieces and put them together to make another type of design. Um, and that's exactly what they did with these hearts. They took them, put them together, and made it look like a flower. And so that's all I'm doing. And so if you do it this way, they're basically evenly spaced like you see in this picture here. Okay, and then we're going to take this very last one and we're going to put them right here. Put him right there. And so that is what this looks like. And then I'm going to take the thank you. All I did was take the hexagon die, and I stamped out the word thank you that was already in the stamp set. The word dies. Oh, where did I put them? I don't know what I did with the Stampin' Die set. It was right here. I don't know. I'll find it because I have to find them in order to do tomorrow's sketch. They're somewhere in here. But I took that and let me put some glue on here. I always put glue on the little stickies to make them stick. Okay. And let's take this off. And so I took the octagon shape. I put the thank you first, and then I just cut around it with my die. And so there you go. And that gives it a little dimension. It breaks up some of that green by using the white. And then these here are the little pearls. Hi, Dr. E. Thank you for joining me. I'm doing that card from yesterday that I was supposed to do yesterday, and I didn't get it done. And so then all I'm going to do is take the pearls and do what they did. They put one large, one medium, and one small. Like that. And they did the same thing down here. One large. Thank you, Dr. E. I appreciate that. One medium and one small. And so that is that card. And so all I had to do was really up the game on the sizing, because if you look at this, when I cut 3x3, it is the exact size of this outer layer, but the hearts are much bigger. And so that's why I went up to a 4x4. I love this little box. It's really, really cute. And I wasn't going to order it because it came with a little Gemini. And then I decided, order the box, do the projects, and just give the Gemini away when you do your giveaway. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to give that Gemini away when I do one of my giveaways. And so this is the stamp set that came with it. And this is the thank you here. And then this is the die that I used. And so this was a very easy to put together type of card. And in all actuality, you probably can do this with a 5x5 or even a 6x6. Just make your, do what I call supersize it. So instead of stamping on this layer, stamp on another layer and put layers underneath it. Make your flag a double layer also, and use maybe 2 butterflies instead of 1. So I think that's how you can really improve this card. And then for this one, if you space out your hearts a little wider as opposed to the tightness that I put, you can make them wider. That will accommodate the 5x5 card base. What is that? That is my autofocus coming in. Yep. And so that's our 2 cards for today. And I wanted to do this quick video because I have a meeting in about 15 minutes. And so I wanted to make sure I did the video prior to the meeting because they run very long lately. and I didn't want to not provide my video for today. I have also been on Crafter's Companion on HSN to get the letters, and I'm on a dry August, but I did purchase the subscriptions because I said I was going to do the subscriptions, and so I got the subscription box and the subscription magazine, and so now, and I got a organizer or something, so I haven't bought any real stuff, and so I've been looking on how to do those letters with my Cricut machine. So I found some cute butterflies that look like this because I'm actually using them in my Detroit project. And so once you cut the butterflies out, all you have to do is cut out the letters and pop them up right on the letters. Because if you look at most of the designs that they are using, thank you, Dr. E. I appreciate that. When you really look at it, when they're doing most of their letters, they're doing double layers, and so they have this, the actual letter, then they have a bottom layer, and then they have that top layer, and so you're really not getting the letter, you're getting the butterfly. And so I found a whole bunch of different butterflies and a bunch of different alphabets that we can do this with. So I'm going to try to mimic those myself, just like I did for some of the other stuff. Yeah, because I have this maker, I have this joy machine, and I keep buying all these dies, and they're the same type of thing. And so just like I did yesterday with the Cricut and making those card fronts instead of buying the Creator card dies. The only thing is, if I go somewhere, I like to have dies, but I'm trying now to be a lot more picky on what I pick, and especially since I'm getting the subscription boxes. These subscription boxes have everything in it that you can go to a crop, or go over a friend's house, or sit in front of the TV and do 25 cards without needing anything except some adhesive. So that's the reason why I'm doing these sketches. So tomorrow I'm doing the explosion card. This explosion card has already been created. It's in the box. They give you the explosion template. Well, how about nothing? You know what? If I would look, I would be a little bit more prepared. I made my own card bases, but look at this. That's the 4x4 card base. What the what? Is that 4x? Nope, that's not even 4x4. That's 5x5. So they didn't even give us. They gave us 5x5 card bases to make those 3x3 card bases. Ha! Well, that's okay. So what they gave us is these. These are the exploding card bases here. And so if you can see, they already have the score lines on there. They have the score lines for you to score it like that, and to make the explosion card. And so you fold it that way, and then you fold it this way. I wonder, is there a die to make this? Has anybody seen a die to make this exploding card? If so, let me know if you've seen a die to do this, because this is really cute. Like, literally, you're only folding it in half. Yeah, it's like a 300, maybe 3 GSM, because this is some thick cardstock. It's very thick. Yeah, so then all you're really doing is folding it in like this, and then you're coming back and you're folding it like this, and folding it like this, and then you're folding it back the other way, and that's the beginning of the explosion. And then I haven't worked this part out yet on how these ends work, but I bet you it may be a die or something that does this. I'm not really sure. I know I've seen this before, but I don't know where. I'm going to have to do some research. And so tomorrow Yep, and I've seen somebody do this by hand. That's what it is. But I bet you there's an exploding card die somewhere. I bet you it is. Look, I'm doing all the work for tomorrow. Yeah, I think they do use lightweight paper, but this paper is very stiff. It's a thick. It's a really thick cardstock, and so I've done all the exploding folding, so we won't do it tomorrow. So all of it is together. I just had to figure out how this works. And so I'll figure out how it works because we're going to do this exploding box tomorrow. Where does these little hearts come from? Let's see. What did I do with the... Is there a heart on here? Oh, here's the heart. So we're going to stamp all over with the heart stamp. Maybe I'll do the flower instead. It's cuter. Oh, there is a Karen Bernstein die. I'm going to look it up because if so, I'm going to buy that exploding card base because this will be cute for people to do in class. But I think instead of using the hearts, I'm going to use the flower and put flowers all over. And then I'll cut out some hearts and some colors. And then this is a card base. What is this card base? Is this a 4 or must be a regular standard card base? I don't know. But I'm going to investigate, and tomorrow I will let you know because this is what we're going to be doing tomorrow. So thank you so much for joining me. Oh, they have it on Joanne's website. Okay, I'm going to go over there and look after my meeting. I'm going to go over there and look because that is a cute idea. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go look on my Cricut site first because they might have it on the Cricut thing. So then all I have to do is cut the base and score it. Or in my Silhouette store. One of the two. Yeah. I'm going to do that. I'm going to go do some investigation. Okay, so we're going to do this card tomorrow, which is August the 11th. And so this is the one we're going to do. And I think the next couple of cards is exploding cards. Yes, they are. Oh, yep. The next ones are all exploding cards until you get to the back. Okay, so thank you for joining me. I love doing this. I'm going to have to keep on doing this and picking sketches. Thank you, Dr. E. You're hilarious. I love you so much. All right, I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for joining me. I got to run to my meeting. All righty, have a good day.